step one, take your piece of paper. I'm going to fold it like a hot dog. And that will tell me where I want to cut it. So after I fold it vertically, I will take my scissors and cut that in half. So that is step one. All right, step two is to take one of those halves. Don't fold it. You're going to roll it and tape it. So I'm creating a cylinder. I'm using masking tape so that you can see where I taped, but ideally you would glue it or use transparent tape so you don't see it. But I'm purposely making it so that you can see it. So it's going to look a little sloppy, but now you know where my... All right, step two, I'm going to take a drawing tool, pen or pencil, and I'm adding pressure on the top so my cylinder does not move. On a different piece of paper, trace the inside of the circle, just watch, and then I'm going to cut about a half an inch around the outside of that circle. You don't need to draw, but you can if it makes it easier. Think of it as like a sun, right? I'm going to make this. I want to cut along the outside sun lines. I'm actually going to cut them a little bit smaller. Little tabs. These are fold tabs. So as I go all the way around, I'm going to try to do this a little bit faster for you, but you guys take your time. So think of it as sun rays. Once I'm done cutting all the way around, these are my fold tabs. I'm going to fold them in. So what I'm going to do is put my finger on that inside circle line and fold each of these tabs up. So if you look at my push-up lid, I'm making the cap to my push-up. So you want to make sure that you fold your tabs on that line that you drew inside the circle. So now I can fit this inside there, push it down to the bottom, so that actually makes the top of my hat. It's like a top hat. So I'm going to take some tape now on the inside. Yeah, so when I tape that on the inside, this is a little bit deep. That's why we cut this paper in half. So you might want to cut a little bit more, but this is what you want it to be. You want it to fit flat. If I take the back of my pen, maybe I'll press that in there a little bit. So you may need to cut your tabs a little bit deeper so that it'll fit inside there, and tape the inside like that. This. I want to take my my cylinder, and I want to place it in the middle of this next paper. This time I'm going to trace a circle around the outside of my cylinder.
My cylinder's like
So try to get it to not move. That's the hard part. So that's the outside of my cylinder, and I'm sticking to this. Now I'm going to just add, this is the rim of my hat, so I'm just going to cut. You can do it circular, you can make it cowboyish, whatever you want to do, but watch how I start cutting. I'm going to fold this, but I'm not going to crease it. I'm just folding it enough that I can take my scissors inside that circle to cut a little baby circle. Let me just do this first. And think of the sun rays, right? I'm going to draw sun rays from my inside circle that I just cut out. And those are my glue tabs for the inside for the rim. So just watch first. I'm going to cut all the way to that line. And this time when I fold it though, I'm going to fold it not on the pen side, but on the clean side, because I don't want to see these pen marks on the outside of my hat, and I'll explain to you why. So I'm just going to cut my rim. And the rim I can cut or reshape later. But the more important part is just to get my tabs. Now watch what I do. I'm going to flip this way. So I want these tabs to fold this way. So this top part where there's no pen mark is my clean side. And now just watch what happens. I'm going to fold all this up. These are like the glue tabs, or what you're going to use for the inside. Now I'm going to put my cylinder, just watch, on top of this area. So when I flip it upside down, these are going to be taped inside. So here's my example from earlier. I taped that in there. So go ahead and tape that inside. So I'm just going to take my scissors and take the same length of the hat, but a really thin piece, and wrap that around the base of my cylinder. So I'm going to just wrap that around here for my ribbon to my little baby hat. I'm just going to tape it back here so you guys can see. Like that. So there's my little top hat. So I cut a strip that was a little bit fatter than my band because I want to shape my bow. I'm going to cut this strip in half and then sort of fold it in threes. So if you look on the board, I'm just kind of folding it so that the ends meet in the middle. So there's the beginning of my bow, but I want to shape it. So I'm going to cut almost at a diagonal to the inside and out. That's making the shape of the bow. And I'm just freehanding it. You can draw the shape if you want. From here, I'm just going to cut a thinner strip of this excess piece and wrap that around the middle of the bow. Sorry, I'm going to just do it like this. So wrap that, and then I'm just going to cut the extras off, and then I'm going to roll a piece of tape. Again, you're going to use a hot glue gun if you make this. It'll look a lot neater, but for the sake of this quick demo, I'm just going to stick that little bow right there. And there's my little bow. I can go in and maybe take a pen to make this a little bit fatter. Put that inside like this and kind of fold that so it makes a little bit more of a three-dimensional bow. But that is it. Let me